This is how you set up the auto split for original Resident Evil, which is built into Live Split. First thing you're going to want to do, come over here to the RE1 SRC page, go over to Resources, and you'll see a couple options here. There's the splits by Shido, which are all door splits. There's a set for every category in here. I've also uploaded some segmented splits. These are just for the main board runs, but it's possible you could use them with some of the categories. So download one of these, whether you'd rather have all doors or segmented splits. And then, so here you can see all the segmented splits. I'm just going to open up one of the door splits. Right. So when you open it up, it's going to look like this, or something like that. Okay. So go ahead in here, you're going to click on Edit Splits, and you want to click Activate here. When you click Activate, that's going to enable the auto splitter. If it's already active, then you'll skip this step, but go ahead and hit Activate. And then if your live split isn't already set to use game time, then this message will pop up telling you, hey, switch to game time so it reads IGT. Go ahead and hit yes on that. All right. And then this is really all that needs to be done. The existing auto splitter that was already up there before, that's the default setting. So if you just do this, that's it. Now, if you want some more control over how the splits go ahead and click Settings here. And inside Settings, you're going to see a bunch of options. So these checkpoint splits here, these were what was previously up on Live Split. So no changes need to be made if you're happy with it. Now, the changes that are here are all this extra stuff. So the existing splits, they split on every door transition but hold up at certain places. If you only want your splits to split when you're going in the correct direction, then you'll want to uncheck this box here, check routed splits up here, and then because RE1 has way too many categories, there's a few boxes we have to check here. Okay, so since our splits here are Jill, any percent, NMG, and these are all door splits, we're going to make sure Jill, bad ending, NMG, no restriction, door split. Right? So you need to set one option in each of these 5 groups. Let's say you wanted to run Chris, good ending, no major glitches, knife only. You'd want to switch this to Chris, switch this to good ending, keep no major glitches, switch no restriction only, and maybe we want to use the segment splits, so we would uncheck door splits, check segments. So just set those 5 variables according to which category you're running and then whether you're using all doors or segments. These are routed splits here, so they only split when you're going in the correct direction. Okay. There are some options here as well. If you're doing Jill major glitch categories, or Jill major glitches no restriction in particular, there's some options here for you for the Plant 42 glitch. You can check this box to skip the glitch entirely, which means you'll skip the door splits for getting the flame rounds and for reloading the Plant 42. If you're going to attempt the Plant 42 glitch, but you have no intention of resetting if you miss, I would suggest checking skip Plant 42 fight reload, because then it will only split, it'll still split on going to get the flame rounds, but it won't split on reloading the room for the glitch. So whether you get it or not, it doesn't matter. It will only split after you exit the Plant 42 room with the helmet. There's also an option here. This applies to every Chris category and to Jill 100% major glitches knife only. Normally you would bank upon leaving the guardhouse there, but instead you can switch that bank to the beginning of the guardhouse, like right when you enter, you go straight to the save room. You can do that by checking this. So that's just a little route variation for preference, if you prefer. Right. There's some additional features in here you could use. There's key item split. And these are compatible with the door splits, with the segment splits, whether you use these checkpoint splits, basic door splits, or these routed ones, it doesn't matter. These key item splits work with anything. And the way they work is you pick up an item and it splits when it enters your inventory. You would just check key item splits and check and uncheck which not used. Right? So I've marked here Beretta for Chris only. I can't remember off the top of my head whether that'll split for Jill, but if you have this enabled for Jill, it'll split basically once the game loads, because she has one. So I've grouped the items here that you would normally pick up in a speed, like whether Chris or Jill. Or, bad ending, good ending. And then I've also grouped a bunch of additional items that you could pick up if you wanted to. Like the shotgun might be useful if your shotgun only runs. Yeah, so there's a bunch of options here. Eagle and wolf medals, these would split after you open the book and remove them. Yeah, so there's a bunch of options in here. The main thing here is if you're using routed splits, make sure that you only set one option in each of these 5 categories. The optional things down here, this is set whatever you want. But these ones here, you need to have one of these, one in 5 groups, only one. If you set more than one in each, or you don't set one, the auto splitter won't work. So you set that. Okay. So I know that's a bit of long-winded explanation here, but it's a little complicated. But hopefully it makes sense to set up. Not too bad. And I forgot to say, basic door splits here. This just splits on every door transition you do, period. Doesn't matter. Okay. Good luck.